Alright guys, so today's car problem is a crank no start on this 2010 Chrysler 200, and it actually belongs to my dad. So guys, so what this vehicle is doing, and specifically, is when you try to crank it, there's nothing. There's absolutely no power. So the first thing we're going to do is check that battery with a jump box, or you can do it with a charger. I prefer a charger. This one actually tests the alternator and the battery percentage. And you'll need an ohms reader, and as well as a test light. And this specific test light actually tells me the voltage on it, so it's pretty awesome. Super beneficial. So guys, normally I don't really like to hook to these cables, but on this this particular car, the battery's behind the wheel, so I'd prefer just to try it up here first. All right, and so the situation on this vehicle is he actually had some back issues, so he hadn't driven it in about like 5 days, and over the course of 5 days, it just drained all the power. It has absolutely no power, as you've seen, but just last year, guys, I replaced this battery. So the battery should still be good, but it is under warranty. So nonetheless, he could have a parasitic draw, but we're just gonna go ahead and see if we can get this car started. I'm gonna test the battery, test the alternator, and take it from there. All right, guys, so like I said in the beginning, this box tests the alternator and it tells you the battery percentage. It tells us we have 0% on the battery. And then we go down here to the alternator, and it says our alternator power is low, which is, rightfully so, because we have no power on the battery. So let's go ahead and give this a charge. We'll take it to 200 amp engine start, turn it on. All right, so as you can see, it's just waking up. Everything's just waking up. We're gonna go ahead and let it kind of just feel itself for a second before I go ahead and try. All right, it's not giving us nothing. Absolutely nothing. So before I go ahead and pull the wheel off and jack it up, because that is kind of a pain, guys, there's no easy way to do it. But anyways, I'm gonna let this charge for a little bit, and then we're gonna attack it in about 10 minutes. RDY, AKA ready. Shot. Everything looks a little bit brighter in here.
Check out all your duds.
All right, so we started right up. Watch it. All right, guys, so this does test, like I said, the alternator, and it gives me the battery percentage. So we're gonna go ahead and look at that real quick. All right, so by the looks of it, our alternator's gaining power. So I don't think that our alternator's bad, but I am going to show you guys how to check it. We do still have a 0% battery, so this could be a possible bad battery, guys. He did get it from AutoZone, so.
Get that battery?
It could be. I'm about to test it. All right, guys, so how we're gonna check the alternator is while it's running, we're gonna put this on DC currents, and then we're gonna put our positive on our positive and our negative on our negative. So it is a little bit hard because this battery is tucked away in here, but it's, Jesus, a bunch of mosquitoes. But it's doable, so. Hey guys, so if you can see that, we're at 14 volts. So, and it's running consistent at 14, so this is a good alternator. All right, now that we verified it has a good alternator, I'm gonna let it run for a minute and charge that battery up a bit, and then I'm gonna go ahead and turn it off. I'm gonna recheck it with my ohms reader here. I'm gonna see what the voltage is at that battery. And if it's not at 12 volts, like I said, I'm gonna let this run probably for like 20-30 minutes, so it should have a full charge on that battery. But if it's not at 12 volts, then we know we do have a dead battery, or we know we do have a bad battery. All right, so let's see if, because here's the deal, he did just verify that he may have left the side back door open. So he could have just lost the power. So he could have just lost the power because he had left the door open and drained the battery. But I'm gonna go ahead and check the battery. We verified that the alternator is good, so let's go ahead and check this battery. I'm gonna turn the car off. All right, and then with our ohms reader, we're gonna go back to voltage, DC obviously, for direct current, and then we're gonna go down here to the positive wire, or the positive cable, I'm sorry. Connect to it. Go over here to the negative, ground down to it. All right, and so you see there, guys, we got 12 volts on our battery. So we do have a good battery and we do have a good alternator. The battery just went dead because of like what I said.